What it do, YouTube? We are back, man, with another Off the Plane podcast. As y'all can see, that boy's on the move. We got to keep it going, though. We got to keep the show on the road so that way we keep y'all entertained at all times. This episode brought to you by Blue Chew. No, I'm just playing, but real talk. We got a dope episode today, man. It's gonna be fun. We got my boy Mac from Ebony and Ivory Reptiles in the building. Shout out to the Herb Collective Network, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you tapping in, Big Mac. You know, I already know I got my usual suspects, the gang, Nick Cabell in the building, the OTP fam. You know what I'm saying? We got Brian from Eating the Hatchery in the building. We got Ash from MorphMarket. And we got Elijah from Creative Reptiles in the building. Gang, gang, gang. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, holding me down as I'm, trying to do multiple things at one time. I'm a man of a jack of all trades, so trying to do a lot of things at one time, so I appreciate y'all. But those of y'all on YouTube, man, we appreciate everything that y'all do. Y'all make sure y'all hit that replay button if y'all catching it for the first time. Hashtag replay gang in the comments, and make sure that y'all are hitting that like and subscribe button as well. Share this out, man. Get some more people in here, man. Bring some more family around. Bring some more people in for the laughs, this time, and the positivity. It is. So before we get too far into it, we have Matt go ahead and run it down and introduce himself. I'm going to go ahead and run this quick commercial video. Y'all stick around to catch these sponsors and definitely follow the sponsors. We'll be back.
Shout out to Great Rider Reptiles, one of the leading shed testing brands in this hobby. As well as breeders of the ball python community, they have numerous tests ranging from the yellow belly morph to morphs like Sunset and are growing every day. If you're wanting to find out the genetics of your ball python, just send it in to Great Rider Reptiles and they'll take care of it. Their website is www.shedtesting.com. Let them know that I sent you. Hey man, shout out to the unofficial sponsor of the channel, K. Joseph. Rising B-list celebrity in this hobby, KG got that all-around great knowledge, and he's also a great guy. If y'all aren't in the Patreon, it's a problem. And as always, it ain't a project unless you put a bomb in it. Oh yeah, and make sure you send the link. Shout out to BNS Reptilia, distributor of coconut substrate The Chipper and their premium coconut substrate Cocoa to Go. BNS prides themselves on immaculate customer service and always putting their customers first. You can reach BNS Reptilia on Instagram for your substrate needs. Tell them that I referred you. And once again, thank you for being a sponsor, BNS. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. We are back. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, man, and keeping up with our sponsors. We appreciate the sponsors for everything that they do, because without them, there would not be no us. Yeah, man, so let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Big man, I'm going to put you front and center. Boop. I'll move him over. Boop. Oh, there it is. So, big man, go ahead and let everybody know who you are, where you from, how long you been in the game, and you can let them know 2 fun facts about you that we don't know.
Okay. Man, yeah. My name is Matt, man, owner of Ebony and Ivory Reptiles. Jeez, I've been, man, the ball python game. I mean, just like everybody else, pretty much in the hobby, got some when I was a kid. I really got back into the hobby when I was in college for the first time. When I was in college, me and my brother shared an apartment up in Corvallis, Oregon. Bubba was going to college, and we had everything from ball pythons, bearded dragons, carpet pythons, uh, fish tank aquariums, big Oscars, red devils, pacus, all kinds of crazy fish. Yeah, we had everything. So that then after I graduated college, got out, but about 2019, the wife got me a ball python for Christmas from PetSmart, and I was like, heck no, I don't want that, because she had saw me. At that time, I think I was watching Chris Harvey videos. So took that back, and then man, that was it. I took that back to PetSmart, and I knew once she had got me when the floodgates was about to be open. So I went on and started purchasing stuff off MorphMarket, and been rocking since 2019 now. And we're going in our fifth year of actually, this will be our fifth year having clutches this year here. And man, two facts that man, oh man, I'm a pastor's kid. I've been one all my life. And what else? It's another fun fact, man. Oh, jeez, man, y'all got me thinking. Oh, I'm the only. My dad had five sons. All five of us went to play Division I football in college, but I'm the only one that played Division I football and basketball. So that's the bragging right that I got over my family, is that I'm the most athletic one ever to come out of the loins of my father. So yeah.
That's that's crazy work. I don't think your siblings will like that too much, but that's crazy work.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man. So let me ask you this, when you got in right before COVID.
yeah, man. And right before it
Go
hit.
ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say,
So
yeah, like right before it hit, I picked up 3 ball pythons.
okay, so being that was like your introduction, did you feel like it was, what's the word I'm looking for? I know you was getting into it then, so did you feel like it was was it overwhelming to you getting into the hobby at that point in time? Being that it was so much going on, like COVID, the animals, like, you know what I'm saying, you're really just fresh, getting your feet wet with it.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I mean, it was crazy because right before I got in, me and my wife, we had purchased a Rottweiler. I always wanted a Rottweiler. We was raised with Rottweilers, and so I purchased a Rottie from this guy in Alabama. And when I purchased them, I had then, like right after that, that's when I got my 3 ball pythons, and we became friends on Facebook or whatever. And then he ended up hit me up one day and was like, hey, my nephew breed them snakes you got, this, that, and the third, right? And so I had just got them, maybe like 6 months into getting the ball python. So we just now cracking into the end of 2019, 2020. And that's when I met at that time, my mentor, more now like a brother, you know what I'm saying? Justin Thomas of Armless Angels. And so I'd never really had like that moment to where, yeah, I wasn't never really out there just by myself flopping like a fish out the water. Because see, from the minute I met him and his uncle introduced me to him, I didn't even buy no snakes from him off the rip. We just started talking, and he just started giving me insight, this, that, and the other. And yeah, man, we've been rocking ever since.
Nice.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you knew Justin and Uncle like that. I didn't even know that. That's crazy because
Oh,
you all the way in
yeah.
Cali and they all the way over here in Mountain. So that's to hear that is
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, oh, man, they're my guys, man. We shared an Airbnb when I've been knowing like since 1920, but we just met for the first time last year at Daytona. So we've been talking. We literally text every day since then. But we just met last year for the first. It was me, my wife, Mike, and from her collective, and his wife, Justin, and Anka, and they ladies and they wives. And so, man, we just that was the first time we ever met. It was like a family. You know how you know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen your long lost cousin and you meet at the family reunion. That's how it was. You know what I'm saying? It was dope, man. It was dope.
And it's crazy how conversations that started over the internet turn into lifelong friendships and be like, damn, they're like
Yeah.
family, bro. Like, it's dope. It's dope.
Yeah.
That's one thing about it that I like. Didn't you say you had something you wanted to ask him earlier?
Oh man, everything that I'm really wanting to get into
You
is
gotta
paint
get up.
oriented, to be honest. But
Sure, let's
I'm
get
just
into it.
waiting for y'all to, I hear you, the Prince of Paint, man. So you know,
Oh,
there's been a yeah, yeah. Don't be modest. It's okay. You know, there's been a lot of talk about paint recently. So where do you see paint? Because when I think of Matt from Ebony and Ivory, I automatically think of paint.
right. Well, I'm glad you said because that is the goal. I was talking to some people last night, and I'm like, I just want to be in there. Anytime somebody mentioned the word paint, I don't care if they paint the walls on the inside, whatever. My name better come up when they say the word paint, and that's the goal, right? But man, where I see paint going, man, right now, honestly, it's probably one of the hottest top two recessives out there right now that's being talked about in the market
Yeah.
and within the hobby. And I was lucky enough to get into it, which would be coming up on 3 years ago. I'm definitely not one of the top people. It's some people out there with some crazy work out there.
Definitely.
But I'm just sitting here trying to play my part with it, man, because I think it definitely has some serious potential and a lot of different projects, and I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it.
Right.
Nice.
So what are you doing in particular with the paint? What are you looking forward to with the paint?
Oh man, honestly, I am looking. My dream animal right now would have to be the hypo paint clown, and with any kind of codoms I can spit into that thing and mess with it. Preferably Cypress in there, and then the rest will come from there. But that's really where I'm working with it right now. Though honestly, like I have the heads for the triple visuals and actually the quad visuals this year that will be breeding. But honestly, I'm really just trying to work on just the single gene paint and adding some different stuff into there because I really think that that's being skipped over. Just like every other project, everybody want to hit the double visual, the triple
Mm-hmm.
visuals, the quad visuals before they start adding codoms. But for me this year, I'm really trying to make a lot of stuff with codoms in it that's visual and maybe hep for something. But that's my main thing this year, man. Just trying to get a lot of codoms into that project.
Well,
Nice.
Before you joined the Paint the World Club like the rest of us, was there any projects or recessives you were like interested in or like, oh, I want to do that before painting came into your life? Was there any other project, and what made you pivot to where you
Yeah.
say you want to be known for this particular one?
Yeah, I was hypo DG clown, and I had a sprinkle of puzzle in there. Um, but then I ended up I had a female. What was she? Chocolate double head hypo puzzle female, and I remember talking to Mike, her collectors, the whole crew, Jaffe, Justin, those guys, and I'm like, hey man, this paint stuff. I'm looking at it a few years ago, and I'm like, there's a male on there, and I want to get it. Actually, Mike from Insane hit me up because I had been talking to him about it as well. And he hits me up one day. He like, hey man, there's an 800-gram paint mail on MorphMarket right now for $800. And I'm like, shoot, okay. Do I heavily go on the puzzle? Because I was going to try to wrap puzzle into the hypo DG puzzle, and then because I only wanted to work 4 recessives. And so uh, when I saw the paint, I hopped in it. And the reason I kind of more pivoted towards that because even though there's still a whole bunch of potential in it, there's a lot of people in the hypo DG clown realm. And granted, I am still working that realm. I'm just not working it as hard. But I do still got some. I'm more like the hypo clown better and the hypo DG standalone better than I like all 3 of them together. But the paint, I just saw something different in it, and I just, I look at it more of as a replacement for clown in not a replacement. I don't feel like you can replace clown in this market, but replacing it as in I'm going paint hypo DG or just paint hypo in that realm, and that's what made me pivot. I wanted to see something different. I wanted to find my own path and avenue and go hard in that, and then and see where it takes me. And that's where I went. And for the most part, for the last 3 years, I mean, I don't have a het paint that I've had to hold on to because I didn't want to hold on to it.
Okay.
You know.
So, do you treat paint like a business? Do you look at paint like a business, like an investment?
Yes and no. I say no because I truly just like some of the animal. I made a red stripe yellow belly paint female this year, and she is like, she tried to bite me yesterday. I was trying to show her to some dudes yesterday, but she is like my accomplishment of last year, being able to make that.
Mm-hmm.
But so I really just love looking at that animal and love what it's doing, what that project is doing. But as far as a business, I do look at it as that part as well, only because I do like that my room pays for itself.
Correct.
And because I have invested a lot. I have a paint het clown male that I bought almost a year ago from Mary over at Rec Room, from her and her husband. And that was an investment snake. That snake was not a cheap snake. And he's, you know, and so as far as looking at that part as an investment, yeah, he's got 7 females that he's already locked twice this year. And, you know, to be able to recoup that investment and take that project further. So, yeah, I think it's a double side thing that, at least for me, that I look at it.
Okay.
Nice.
So, when we're talking about it and you're looking at it as a business, and you go on MorphMarket, right? And you see certain combos in your project. What do you think when you see some of the prices? Do you think like, God damn it, what the hell are y'all doing? Do you think, okay, that's right where it should be? Or, you know, sometimes you see the paint head hypo and it's like, holy shit, that's that much money, but it looks that nice.
Yeah.
Fill me in, man. What you think?
Man, it's shoot, it's hard because I like, some people may value it even more than what I do. Like I got some cat, I think I have like 2, 3 cat paint females up there right now. Of like one's red stripe, one's Russo. But to me they're $100 to $200. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Because it's one gene and one head, you know what I'm saying? But I know guys that, you know, they think that a double head paint clown female right now should still be worth $800 to $1,000, and I'm like on that end to where I'm like, no, it's a little, to me, it's more like that $200, $300 range because there's a lot of them out there now. I don't get surprised by the prices because honestly, you know, people gonna price it whatever they value it at. For me, I try to hold my prices when I do price stuff based off of how much work I've actually put into that project. Like that to me goes in it because I didn't make the hits. Now, if I make some spot nose paint clowns and some Cypress hypo paints this year, those things they're going to be a nice ticket item because that's 4 or 5 years of my work that I just put in. And now it's coming to fruition. So yeah, I definitely on the business side, yeah, I want the prices to stay where they are. Granted, I know there's deals that go behind doors. And people might get stuff for a little bit cheaper than what they listed at. But yeah, when I see something on MorphMarket, I try to I don't want to undercut nobody, but I also don't want to. If I don't feel like it should be valued that high, I'm not going to put mine up that high. You know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Baby.
I was just wondering, like, is there ever been projects you just like gave up on?
That I gave up on? Yeah, well, the puzzle one that I had got into, but then again, I only had one female. I had a chocolate double head hypo puzzle female, and I grew her up to, man, I got her as a hatchling, and I got her to 900 grams, and then I ended up moving her because I was just like, I'm not going to work puzzles, so let me just go ahead and get out of the project right now. I know I'm keeping it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Who? I was got one more question. Like, I'm not really a paint guy, so if I was to like look at paint, what would separate a very good representation of paint from a mediocre representation?
Yeah. Oh man. Uh, I think like every Nate, there's always good and bad examples. But like I have one of my paint nails that I got. So I have two. The paint nail that started off my whole paint collection to me is not as great of an example as the one that I got from Mary last year. The one I got from her has the dog bones going all the way down the dorsal, much brighter. It is het cloud though at the same time, so that also brings in some contrast and some brightness. But um, still, the granite is the same, but just those people like to see like those dog bones and hooks on that dorsal of the paint, like that really is what separates it from a lot of stuff. And the one that started my thing, he has it, but his only go down so far, and then it kind of stripes out a little bit. But for me, that's pretty much the difference. Some are not like, I mean, even with hets, some hets they come out and I'm like, oh yeah, that's het paint. Then some come out and I'm like, yeah, I don't even know if that's. I need to go ahead and try to shade test that one because it don't look het paint at all.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's definitely some good examples out there. I like the more granity looks. If it's not granity and it's not pattern coming up on the side of the belly and all that checkering and stuff that I want to see, then I'm going to stay away from it.
So it has a pretty good het influence also, then I take it?
Yeah, because when paint had came out, there was discussion, that it came out as a codon or incomplete dominant at first. People were saying it was an incomplete dominant. Then it got switched over to, well, you can't pick out every one, so it is a recessive and this, that, and the third. Yeah, so, but there's definitely been clutches where I've had babies come out and there's no questions asked. Like that has paint influence.
Cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's next? I got more questions. I'll keep going.
Word. Who's pushing the paint projects for you? Like, who do you see out there pushing paint projects?
So for me, the people I'm looking at, like I said, you got Mary from Rec Room, her and her husband. You got Antoine over at DPR. You got my guy Travis over in Cali from Egmatic Morse. Man, who else is really that I'm looking at that's really pushing paint? You got what's the other ones out in Cali? They work a lot of Ultramill, the husband and wife duo. Reagan and Renee. No, not Reagan and Renee.
Portuguese? No.
Portuguese, yes,
Portuguese
sir. Nope.
pythons?
Yep, Portuguese, yep.
I like
So
them.
them, man, there's a lot of Chad Holker has a lot of good paint stuff. Man, there's some guys that's been in it, and they got some good stuff, man. What's the name?
Shout out to Limey.
Oh yeah, can't forget Limey. Yeah, you can't forget him. He's so in the background, and then he'll pop out every now and again. But so I think he's in our paint group. But you might hear Limey say something once a year on the chat. You know what I mean? So, but no, he good people too. But I didn't send him stuff and be like, hey man, can you help me ID this? But those are the guys I'm looking at, man, because they got crazy stuff. They've been in it for years. And yeah, I'm just trying to see what they do and think of what's next and try to add it to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely a good approach.
If you had to give up, if I wanted to get into the paint project and I needed animals from you and you wanted to build me a little breeder group, what would you give me as part of your paint project?
Animals that I got right now?
Damn right.
Ain't just an interview.
Ooh, man. Oh man. Let's see. I do got what would I give you? Shoot, I'm trying to. I don't want to give away nothing.
See,
I'm selfish with it. No, like I said, no. So I do got. All right. So what would be like if you was to need be like, hey man, I need a 1.3. Hook me up with a good 1.3 to start me off. Like I was telling you, I got that Barnhart Black Pastel Yellow Belly Cat Paint female. That she's breeder ready to go. Right. Then I have the I have 3 of them, so I'll probably give you one of the quad head hypo DG paint.
Oh, that's my boy. That's my boy. Okay.
Damn.
I'll let you slide one of them. Then
Remember
I throw
that
at
ass.
you.
Remember what he's saying now.
Then I do got a breeder yellow belly paint, female breeding right now. And then for the male, oh man, either I'll throw at you. Oh, well, no, I gave you some head females, so you need. It'd have to be either the paint head clown male, because he's my strongest male in that group, or the quad head male. Yeah. Or if you like Cypress, I do got the Cypress double head male. That's double head hypo paint that's breeding.
Okay, you getting me in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would lace you up, bro. I don't know what that's gonna leave me, but you know. Yeah, no, but there's man, there's so much potential in the project. So yeah, it's definitely ways to get set up in that, man. For sure.
All right. Appreciate you.
So, we obviously can see you're in this for the long haul. So how would you give advice to structuring a long-term project?
Yeah, for me, even when it comes to like the paint, like I would start off with, if you can, and my eyes are, at least in my collection right now, like I had a chance to buy 2 visual paint females the other day. One was 1,000 grams, one was 600 grams. Only reason I didn't, because by the time they get ready to breed in a year and a half, for me and my collection, they'd be obsolete. They wouldn't be what I needed for my collection. But if it was somebody just starting off in the paint collection, I would say grab some visual females if you can, right? Because there's some visual females out there. There's some breeder visual females that people are going to start letting go. Because like I said, you got the guys like the Antoines and the Jake Milbrats and those guys who they're so far along that single visual paint female is not doing it for them anymore. See if you can grab some of those, and then I just try to find the best het paint male that I can find with as many genes as I can find in there. Or a double visual, or not double visual, a double het male to at least with testing now be able to pass on, get some paints that are potentially het for, another project that you want to tie it into. And I recommend that with any project, and that you can. I try to what I've been focusing on with my projects is trying to get stuff lined up to where I'm breeding not only for the double visuals, but for that allelic combo as well.
Okay.
And that's where, you know what I'm saying? And so if you can start your collection off with knowing, okay, if I'm getting a male that's Cypress or chocolate, I better have some females with maybe Wookiee or you know what I'm saying, some blackhead, something else within that. Oh wait, is blackhead in that complex? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Right, blackhead and Cypress, yeah, something else within that allelic combo. You know what I'm saying? Or supers. If I'm getting Hurricane on one side, I might want to see that Hurricane on the other side too. As far as building something, because for me, that's where the projects are going. The double visuals and the triple visuals in 2 to 3 years aren't going to be worth much. I mean, I just heard the other day they had some triple visuals at Tinley for $4,000 for the Hypo DG Clown project, which is crazy to me. When I paid,
that does sound crazy.
I paid 10 for a double visual head in 2022. So, But yeah, that's how I would structure mine if I was trying to structure something right now.
Now, would you use the visual females to make hets, or would you go straight for visuals?
No, I would use those visual females to take whatever else I got and try to put it into there to get some more co-doms, put back into there. Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
For sure. At least and then you got some heads that you could take back to the moms and try to make some visuals with that. Yeah.
Excellent. Great voice.
You got a lot of stuff going on. You got your family, you got the real estate. At one point you were doing the birthday party stuff with a whole slew of species. Has there ever been a part in this 5-year journey where you mentally checked out, or you feel like, man, this might not be for me? And if so, what made you keep going?
Oh, yes. I'd be lying to you if I said no. Shoot. Yes, for sure. And that would have been when I got into the real estate part, because the real estate was, what I was moving into to, support my family. And so that began to consume my weekends. And so it was like, shoot, I cannot do birthday parties and do real estate on weekends, and then try to expect to clean and feed on weekends or whenever I got the time to, and had time with my kids. Now I got my wife talking about I don't got no time for her and the kids. And then, all the obligations that I got. So yeah, what kept me though, was there was two parts that kept me was the fact that I made a decision that my ball python collection was not going to grow bigger than what it was. So I was going to have to hunker, which is partly why I was like, I'm going all in on paint, because I can't go all in on paint, all in on puzzle, all in on whatever else I wanted to get out there and put into my collection. And then the other part was the fact that I did have to, it hurts every time I think about it, because I still it's been almost 2 years now and people still hit me up about doing birthday parties. But I had to sell and let go of that part of the business, because I can fully commit to it, and those animals, they deserve the best. So I had to let that part go, and that was able to. With that, I got a refresh, and now it's like, okay, all I have is the ball pythons and my white spiders that we take care of. But the ball pythons and cleaning rodents, that's where this is at, and that's where all the energy is going. So let's make it work.
So you just do one species of rodents, or do you give a variety? You breed a variety, and do you do it solo, or do your wife help you with that aspect of it?
I'm telling you right now, that woman ain't touched a rodent. She ain't touched a snake shed. She is. She always be teasing because she's like, I'm just a pretty face. You can do all the work. I told her I'm changing the name to just Ebony's Reptiles, because the Ivory don't do nothing. I'm telling you that right now.
The Ivory just makes sure you eat dinner. That's it.
That's it. She deal with the kids and deal with the house. So that part I appreciate, because she do allow me to come out here when I got to spend 3 hours in the room on the night. You know what I'm saying? And she don't bug me or trip on me. Yeah, so I do it all. Now, as far as rodents go, I do got, so I primarily feed all them special field mice.
Okay.
That's what I have for my collection. I do have a sprinkle of mice. I don't like those. They stink. The rats ate too much, so I got rid of those. So if I do have anybody that ever wants rats, I do got a local supplier right here, and they do all the they do bulk frozen and all that kind of stuff. So those are easy to come by. But for my collection, anything that I'm keeping, it's on strictly the special field mice, and that's only because it's, for me, they breed the best, and where I live at, like yesterday it was 86 degrees out here, and it was a high like it's never been that hot in March before here on that day yesterday. And so in the summertime, it's dry heat, and it's stupid hot. And so they do the best. They do the best for me. When I had rats, they were done. They stopped breeding at about the minute we hit May. They're done from May all the way until October, when the temperatures drop down here, and they ain't giving me nothing till then. They just eating food because it's too hot for them to breed. So that's what I do as far as my collection. And what was the other? Was it just those?
Yeah.
But yeah, she don't. The wife, yeah, she retired. She retired before we even sold our first animal.
Wow. Have you ever been before? Have you ever done vending at a show before?
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been 2 Sacramento shows every year. We've been a Redding, California show every year. There was 2 local ones here, and then we do which are coming back. Show Me Reptiles actually they put out, they're starting the show 30 minutes from where I live, where the old show used to be at.
Okay.
So, and they'll be doing that twice a year. So I'll hop on that. So it'll be 2 there, 2 at Sac, 1 at Roseville, and 1 at and Redding. So 6 shows a year. That's what I do. Yeah.
Do you have any children?
I do. I got 3, man. I got a 16-year-old, daughter, who 11th grader, who I'm just like, oh man, about to
Is
beat
that
up
the one that be
everybody.
whooping folks, that be beating up everybody?
Yeah,
Man, the wrestler.
yeah. That's my girl right there, man. That's Daddy's first princess. But I got her. She's 16, and then I got an 8-year-old. She'll be 9 next in May, and then my son just turned 6 in December. So
Okay.
Dope.
How do you balance life with also breeding and all the reptile stuff? How do you balance family and all of that?
I that's one of those things like the last question earlier was what made you as far as coming back, because that was part of the burnout, was trying to figure out that balance. um Man, I will say I made it a point to, like, my kids have always been first, but when you get into this hobby and you trying to make a name for yourself, I ain't gonna lie, I got caught up in, like, man, I'll be in here too many hours, or I'll be in here trying to make too many YouTube videos, I'll be in here on too many lives or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so me and the wife had a talk at one point, and I was just like, okay, I got you. And I just made a decision to become more present. And now it's to the point to where I coach all my son's sports, but I'm like the craziest soccer dad for my 8-year-old. And then my oldest, I'm at all her wrestling, track meets and all that stuff. But what's made it easier is that because I be so involved in their stuff, my kids will come in here and sit in the snake room with me while I'm cleaning snakes. They'll come in here and they'll be like, Dad, can I hold a snake and just sit in here? And so they'll sit on the ground and hold a snake. Or my oldest, she done got so involved now. And I really think it's because all I've done is get involved in her stuff. I took her to the last show I took her to. She messed around and spent $900 of her own money on some geckos so she could start her own gecko breeding project. And you know what I'm saying? So she ended up getting a 1.2 of some geckos. And so now
Nice.
she's doing that. Yeah. So it's Ebony and Ivory Reptiles, we'll have some geckos here. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll start having geckos and stuff. But that's really how I balance it, man. Is I just go all out on their stuff, and in turn, I feel like they come right back and go all out with me when it is that I need to. When they realize, okay, Daddy do need to go over here and do some snake stuff, they don't trip, and they be like, okay, Dad, go do what you got to do, or they'll just come in here and be with me and help me out.
That's dope. To
Yeah.
piggyback off a previous question, with the rodents, because you said during the hot seasons, the rodents, they protest. They like, nah, we ain't giving you no babies. So
Yeah.
how does that affect the snakes? Like, does that make you have to breed seasonally? Like, do the females, eat as much as they want in the winter, and then they go on a little break during the summer? Like, or you just go to your rodent supplier and be like, hey, I just need some rest for right now, until my production get back up.
Yeah, it's crazy because I just one of my close friends here, they got the special mice too. I just went over to their house and picked up 300 of them the other day to replenish my grow out tubs, because I'm dang near depleted with some of these females is eating 4 or 5 every single setting, and I come in here and they just want to eat all the time. So I just had to go pick up some stuff from them. But the rats were the ones that was giving me the really big time, really hard time in the summer. Last year, or even this past year, where I messed up at was I tried to switch some stuff up in my rodent room, and I used to just I have like those vents in the ceiling, and I got the fan, and that was my air circulation, and I got the AC unit for when it gets hot to cool it down. What I tried to do was I watched the video and it was Rice Reptiles video, and how they do the wind tunnel, John. And so they don't do air. They just have a wind tunnel, whatever, with the big fans sucking the air all the way through. So I was like, you know what, let me try to create my own wind tunnel. And it just, man, I walked out there one day, it was 97 degrees in that wind tunnel. And it set me back for months because I had to then restructure. I had stuff just dying off, babies. It was bad. So I just now I got it set back up though the way it used to be, and I ain't no wind tunnel. I got the AC going. I got my little circulation that I needed to. But yeah, if I ever need some, I do got some people here that I could go to in those hard times for sure.
Nice.
So if there was looking around the industry, right? We see some people breeding 100 clutches, some people breeding 2.
Yeah.
If there was a universal number, like a cap, we cannot breed more than these clutches or something bad is going to happen. What number would you give all of us?
Oh, that's easy. 25 to 30. That's been my number forever. Like, I don't think anybody and that's just my personal preference. So I don't, anybody that is breeding 50, 60, 70, hundreds, whatever, do you. My preference is, and I've been saying this in my little group with the homies in our text message, I really wish that there was like some kind of governing official that was like, you can only have, if you only have 10 guns in your house, whatever per the state code, you can only breed 20 to 25, whatever, top out at 30 ball python clutches a year. Like that is the max. And what I really think it would do is it would give a lot of people a chance to be at the pinnacle of certain projects, because you would have to, at that point, choose something that you are going to be great at. You can't have 10 recessives. You can't try to be in all the different.
You have to be intentional. Yep.
Yeah, you got to be intentional about your stuff. Definitely, it wouldn't be a high number for me. That's for sure.
I think it would save the investment part of our hobby if we were to have like a cap on there.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why people are scared to invest sometimes, is because trust me, I look at some breeders and see what it is that they have, and I'm not gonna, if they already got it, I'm not buying it at investment price, because by the time I get it in my rotation, the investment price is gonna be gone, and it's just the way the cookie crumbled, and I gotta eat that cost, and I don't want to eat that cost again. I've done that before, So yeah. But
I have a question because you and Mike interviewed us for the Thinker episode, and you were one of those ones that were like, that's a lot of extra work. I would rather just buy in later on once y'all prove it out, than invest in my own. Now that time has passed, have we convinced you to at least browse and try to find a Thinker of your own? Have we changed your mind a little bit from that?
No. Honestly, I do want. And me and Ash have talked too. I just haven't made up my mind on what one is like. And I wouldn't say I haven't, because some of the ones he sent me, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But then I'd be like, shoot, okay, I got room for 80 adults. So, and I know I want 60 of those tubs to be paint something. So what is it that I'm gonna bring in, or do I wait? Like, part of me right now, bringing on any new gene is like, okay, let me try to establish myself super crazy in this paint. So whatever I bring in, then I can just plug it to every paint that it is I want to do. And so that's the only thing that's been my hold up. But yeah, I'm definitely not against working it a project now. After that combo, me and Ash been talking for a while. But yeah, I definitely need to find something, because I think it was your post today about isn't the girl you got about to lay eggs, or did she just lay eggs or something?
Oh no, she's about to. She's about to lay eggs, but I was just posting the anniversary of when I got her from Ash. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you might be talking about DJ Snake also, because his snake didn't just lay eggs.
DJ's Thinker did just lay. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm seeing it. I'm like, I gotta find one to get into for sure. Because it's fun. I mean, even with paint, it's not a dinker, but for me, it's just like so exciting because it's the unknown. I don't know what it's going to do with a lot of these combos, because it hasn't been done yet. So.
To piggyback off that, when we're working our projects, you're the paint guy, Ash the tri-stripe. Everybody has that one gene that they really, really love and they want to work with. For me, it's puzzle and paint, a mixture of that. But what gene, and when I say gene, I mean an older gene or a gene that's already been established, but may not be the big five? Do you think could go well in paint? Like any obscure jeans that might be on MorphMarket that you probably looked at once or twice and was like, I wonder, but you just ain't pulled the trigger on.
Um, hmm. So I did see a post, and I think I'm trying not to let this out because I didn't even hear Ash about
Well,
it
yeah,
yet.
you got to say the name, but is it like a European jean or something
No,
different, that's been around a while?
no, he posted the window stuff, and
Mm,
so the way
that's
that
dope.
what animal was it?
Are you,
What was the last window animal you posted? It was window something.
well, I know brother Flawless over there posted
No,
some. He
that's what it
posted
was. That's who it was. Yep.
the blackhead window, and there was a blackhead vanilla window combo.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yep. And
Yes,
I like that black hair window, and I just like how it was floating, and it just how it opened up everything. I mean, I think that might do something crazy
window is
in
badass.
paint. Yeah, I think it
Badass.
might do something crazy in
Mhm.
there. And so that one and the other one that I do already have is, and I picked this one up from my guy Travis over at Ignitic Morse as well. So if anybody out there, if y'all listen to me, some paint stuff, he's a great guy to go to. But some carbon, so which is another granite type, similar
Hmm.
gene, but it hasn't been put in paint yet. I'm eager to see what it's going to do. But I did pick up a mail from him, and I got that mail up to he's about 700 grams right now. So I might put him to something at the end of the season. I might wait till next year and just run into about 4 or 5 girls. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Okay. Okay.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm interested in seeing what Carbon would do with that. That's gonna be nice.
yeah, for sure.
Man, listen.
A window?
Let's keep that window quiet for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say that out loud.
Keep that a little quiet for a minute.
Yeah, I've been looking, so I got to get something. I got to get it. Yeah,
It's a slept on gene. Like I can't like it's nice. It does great things.
yeah.
So like Duty, we talk about the good things and the highs. Have you had any lessons, so to speak, through your years of breeding?
Oh yeah, man. The two lows for me. Well, one of them was this was at the height of COVID. I got a stranger clown female. She was 900 grams when I bought her. So she was $10,000 when I bought her. I had to go to the wife for about 2 weeks about this stranger clown female I've been seeing online and tell her, look, I can get her breeding in 8 to 10 months and give her the whole spiel. Yada, yada. Everything is going great. I get the snake in. She's like, okay, go ahead, whatever. She had got me a credit card for my birthday for the business, right? So she was like, here you go. Get the doggone snake. Get the snake. Get it here. Eating like crazy. Eating. Man, paired that female to Inchy Fire, Desert Ghost, double head hypo clown. So, and this was almost 2.5, 3 years ago when she passed on me. She got egg bound. The first time ever dealing with anything egg bound. It was crazy. Me and my wife was trying to get the eggs out. We got one out. Then she passed one. And then 2 days later, came in here and she was upside down.
Yeah, that's
And
tough.
she had 10 eggs?
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so that was one of those moments where I was like, yeah, how do you recoup that? Like, when you talk about investment, how do you
Mhm.
even get that, even begin to even think about how do I get that back? That female didn't do anything, but I bought her and then she ate, took up rack space, and then she rolled over and died. So, it's
That's tough to
that to me,
swallow.
it was, yeah, man, it was a low. It was a low for me for sure. It's part of the hobby. It's part of doing business.
So bring the mood back up. What's been your high point?
Oh man, my high. I'm sure it'll be another high this year. But I did so this past season. I produced my first visual because the first 2 years I had to paint, man, all I did was make crazy heads, putting codoms in there, triple and quad heads with codoms, all that kind of stuff. But this past season, I made my first visuals in the paint project, and I produced my first triple visual, Hypo DG Clown with vanilla in there. And so those to me have been my highs so far for the hobby. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So yeah, it all comes back around. It's, you just got to stick with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you stayed in your chair the whole interview.
Hey, I took one of my wife's chairs out the kitchen.
Reptile podcasting.
Hey, man.
That's gonna go down in history. You're gonna be known as the dude that fell out the chair.
Are there any breeders that go through your scroll through your feed when you're on Instagram, or somebody who you have a rapport with that's a smaller breeder who may not be on the radar that we may need to give a follow?
Oh man. Shoot, I would say that because he's working a gene that I really like, which is bongo. And he's now dabbling into the paint stuff. For me, well, shoot, I'm sure y'all know Kane from what is Kane's? Is it Kane's Keeper Kane?
Okay.
Keeper Kane.
Keeper Kane, yeah. So
Okay.
Kane is working.
I think we follow
a lot of bongo. Okay, yeah. He working a lot of bongo stuff, and just like he got bongo and everything, and I love bongo. I made some Hurricane Yellow Belly bongo head clowns this year, and they're probably one of the nicest dark gene combos I've seen in a minute, and I think it's going to be really nice when I put hypo on there. But yeah, he's working a lot of bongo, and he's starting to invest heavy in the paint and work that in there. So Keeper Kane is one to be on the lookout if y'all not following him.
All right. Cool. How much pastel you have in?
Wait.
How much pastel you have in your collection, bro?
Oh, right now just one. Right now, one. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Pastel Inchy het paint female. She's at when I measured her the other day, she was at 23 millimeter follicles. And yeah, so hopefully we'll see some Cypress pastel paint hypo this year. I actually picked her up from Antoine over at DPR this past about 4 months ago.
Man, every time I talk to one of y'all with paint, it seems like I've got something from Antoine. Antoine's had a good goddamn year. Salute to Antoine.
Yeah, I'm sure he's had a great year, man. I'm sure he has. Well, shoot, he put out a video today or yesterday showing I didn't realize how many animals he had. And I'm like, God, he got a lot of animals. But, yeah, man. So I'm sure he producing some more nice stuff this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the first. Go ahead.
No. Continue what you were saying.
Oh no, I was just saying he made a lot of good stuff. I was gonna say he made a lot of good stuff this past year because I know he made that paint clown, but I'll be the first this year, or the spot nose paint clown. I'll be the first this year to make that hypo paint clown. Nobody can make it before me.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm making it this year. It's going down.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
If you could, because hindsight is 2020. If you could start over today with, let's just say, $5,000 to $10,000, and you were like, I'm getting into the paint, what would you grab, or what combo would you probably start off with first in your collection? Or would it be paint? Would it be something totally different? Would it be a different animal recessive or whatever?
Oh no, it'd definitely be paint. If I could start all over with 10,000, You said 10,000?
Yeah, minimum 10,000. Yeah, minimum. If you just
Okay.
thought of it.
Yeah. I'm probably then. I'm gonna go by because I do think that Hypo Paint and Paint Clown are the best double visuals in my eyes out there right now. The best looking ones. So I would probably go by some codoms females that are double head hypo and paint. Um, some codom females that are double head paint and clown, and then I probably have to spend about 10. I probably well shoot, I have a hard time now. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like if it's just made up money, I'll spend 10,000 on a mail or something. But with my own money right now, ever since that happened with me, I be like, I'd rather make it myself than go out there and spend all that kind of money on the animal.
I
I'm just
bet.
being,
Yeah, we're not
I'm
gonna
just
repeat that
Or
mistake.
yeah, no, I'm just keeping it 100. Like anything over, 20, in between that 2,500, 5,000 range, I'm not going over that 5,000 range right now.
mm,
But um, but yeah, I probably have to find me a paint double hat hypo clown male and put all those females and try to make something. That's probably the route I go.
Business wise, speaking of business wise, whenever the new combo come out or the world's first or maybe a new gene that just been, and we get the 20K, 30K, 40K. Are you one of those breeders that are like, that would be a goal, or do you think 5,000, 10,000, 8,000 is a good sweet spot for someone, like for like a world's first, like let's say you make a world's first paint combo, what would be
Mhm.
your sweet spot, or would you just shoot for the 20K house and think somebody would buy it?
You know, I don't know. Like for me, like I said, for me, my personal like, unless it's something I just cannot resist, maybe I'll bump it up to about 8.5. But that's probably where I would put. Now if we're talking about a triple visual that nobody else in the world has, like if I was to mess around and hit a hypo DG paint, knowing that they was just selling DJ Exantic clowns for 30,000, 40, and I think mine is better than that. I might not listen for that. It probably won't get listed at all. But if you come at me on the backside of behind scenes and
Uh-huh.
try to act that, you're gonna pay that toll. Uh, but I do, like from a personal standpoint though, like not on the business side. I really feel like we're talking about animals here. I feel the same way about dogs and stuff. Like my wife, I bought her a $5,000 dog, and I'd be like, that dog, he don't even bark half the time when he's supposed to bark. He bark at me. He don't bark at strangers. This dog's stupid. But I just feel like that range when it comes to pets, and we are talking about investments and things like that. That 5 to 10,000, $12,000 range for me it's cool. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's what it is that animal's worth to you and what it's worth to your hobby or to your project and the investment that somebody else put in it. Because I don't feel like I could put a number on Ash's investment that he put in or his work he put in, your work that you put in on your project. Because who knows whatever you pop out with that female this year or whatever, you bring something back to it and it's something crazy and you got a super in there. Shoot, if it's me, I'm gonna be like, hey, you better take advantage of it and go ahead and get all of that. Go ahead and get all of that back. You took the chance on it, so go ahead and get all of it. You know what I'm saying? And get all
Yeah.
of what somebody willing to pay for sure.
So we was having a conversation about paint. I think it was either yesterday or earlier today. With you working it a lot, can you see het paint? Like, do you need to shed test for if you were to possibly hit a pos het paint? Would you need to shed test, or do you think you can see it?
Some of them, I don't know, it's 50-50, honestly, bro. Some of them you can't. Like I said earlier, like there's some stuff and you be like, yes, that is head paint. But then you shed test it, and I've been wrong, and it's like, yeah, no, that ain't even head paint. It just looks crazy. And then some of the, you might have one that looks like a complete normal. Like I got some double head paint clown females that one of them you could tell just her pattern in there here, it's whacked out. The other one, same mom, same dad, same clutch. So I know they both double heads. Then she just looked like a normal. She looked like a normal that you throw by at PetSmart. And so, yeah, for me, For me, yes, but no, I would never sell you something based off of my eye visual test. I would never do that. I don't trust myself that much in it. Not at all.
And I don't know if it was touched on in terms of the difference between paint and Sentinel. If it's the same, or do you think it's a line type of thing?
So for me, I think they're the same. It's just line bread, like because I know that again, Antoine, he's crossed his. There's some people who has kept theirs separate, but I know there are paint and Sentinel breeders out there who have crossed the lines and or whatever, and they get the same looking animals. But for me, I think it's just a line bread thing, honestly, or people's preference of naming something. But I don't see the difference in them at all. I don't, at least. I think there's just quality paints, and then there's lesser quality paints. Like I said, the one I got from Mary, that dude is like top notch, supreme. Like my other one, he ain't ugly, but he ain't that one either. He ain't that. So it's just different quality.
For sure.
Earlier in the show, you mentioned brother Justin from Armless Angels. Shout out to bro. Shout out to what's the so thinking about Justin, I think certain genes, I think certain projects. How has he helped you in a project where I don't even think I've heard him mention the name paint, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So he just got his first double head paint clown. That was the first animal I've ever. It was like a full circle moment. He sold me my very first, what I would have called investment animal, which was a leopard clown back in 2021. Leopard clown female, and I just sold him this past year a double head paint clown female.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so he got one female at least growing up in the rack to for once
That's
something
dope.
pop off. But no, he and that project, like he was one of the ones that told me just the other day, him and Mike the other day, when I was thinking about buying that paint, those two paint females. It was them at first who was like, hey, is that really going to even, those won't even be relevant for your collection in 2 years. So I wouldn't spend my money on them. And so he might not be like, he don't know genetics or not know genetics, but know how certain stuff looks in paint. But definitely on that investment side, or like, should I invest in this? We all bounce stuff off each other all the time and be like, hey, should we, what I'm saying? Should we do this? Should we do that? Because they're all in the Tri-Stripe project, or not Tri-Stripe, G-Stripe Clown project. And me, I don't like that project at all. But they'll put stuff in there and be like, hey, how does this look? And I'll get my opinion on it. And we just, knock stuff off from each other, even though, but as far as getting in that project, that ain't for me to go down that line.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Justin. I'm noticing a common theme with him. He got me to get a clown. It was a redhead clown, and it had spot nose in it too. It still gives me the shivers when I say that. But that damn snake, it looks so good, bro. It's just so unlike me to get that snake, bro. But hey, man,
Hey, I'm telling you, man. To me, there's a place for every gene. I get some people don't like spot nose, some people, the wobble genes, but I mean, man, it's hard to beat. It's hard to give me a single gene clown and put it up to a spot nose clown and tell me that pattern looks it whacked it out more than what a single gene spot nose is going to do. You know what I'm saying? So, they all got their place though. They all got their space. Yeah. But I'm glad you're in the clown game now, man. I'm glad you done made a trip over to the dark side. Now just get a line to step on over.
No. Don't speak that into my life.
He's going the Krypton route with that bad boy.
Hey, probably, but we just got to get Lash to come join the dark side, man.
Man.
Yeah.
So I guess getting close to wrapping it up. I don't know exactly, what y'all want to do. But when you look around the hobby and you have your certain subgroups and groups, people you hang around with, we all do. Um, what's something that you think that can be done better within your subgroups? What's something that you think can be done better?
Oh man, shoot. Better just, man, I would say honestly, just I'm big on loyalty. I'm a big guy on loyalty. You know what I'm saying? I believe like if you are my group, or like if I talk to you on a daily, um, you got and you got something that I need and want, and somebody else got it too, and I buy it from them, I'm no longer loyal to you. Like that's my mindset. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm,
it probably shouldn't be that way, but that's just how it is. And it's probably because like I didn't cut some people off, not cut them off, but looked at them sideways being in real estate. Because I'm like, dude, I'm an agent, and you just went off and paid some random bozo you don't even know to represent you as your agent, you weirdo. And so
mhm,
that's how I feel with it. And I'm like, especially with people, if we invest with each other, like I'm even talking about time, just that investment of time. I think people and the groups that I associate with, just the rich stay rich by circulating their money with the rich. You know what I'm saying?
indeed.
So circulate my money with the people that's in my group. That money just like I said, me and Justin just hit that full circle. Whether it was 3 year difference apart, whatever, that circle still came back around. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
And so, but yeah, I wish we did that more. But I get it. We all trying to elevate, and there's people out there that got stuff up there. So you got to try to grab from the top sometimes, and then what I'm saying, to elevate yourself. But I wish that and just more to be the biggest. Uh, to me, might be the biggest community that I've ever been in. I use the word community, other than like church groups. Like we use the word community in church groups and stuff a lot.
mhm.
But the reptile hobby got to be the biggest community word user I've ever met in my life, and they got to be the most divisive community I've ever met in my life, all at the same time.
Facts.
All at the same time. And so it's like, I'm like, God, dog, every other week is somebody's drama going on. It's like, and so
Damn right.
that, so I wish that part, you know,
Damn right.
I
that
still
part went
remember.
away. You know what
I still remember when you coined the phrase "weirdo activity."
I mean? Hey, it just, it just doesn't make sense, man. Like, so uh,
Yeah.
I just like, if it was me, if we're gonna call it if it's a dog eat dog world, then let's just be a dog eat dog world. But I don't like when we put blankets on things and be like, oh, let's cover it up with the word community. But 90% of the time we be acting crazy. So, but that's what I wish like my subgroups did more of. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Just stuck together. You know what I'm saying? And lifted each other up, built each other up, man. And at the end of the day, um, you know, we all humans, we all make mistakes, and we just breed snakes. That's at the end of the day, we breed snakes, breeding rats, breeding snakes, and going to reptile shows, buying expensive plane tickets, paying for expensive hotel rooms, to sit there and have a beer or whatever and conversate with people who we met on the internet and we only see once a year. So at the end of the day, uh, it ain't. We should be all be a lot more closer than what I feel like we are.
Oh, for sure.
Speaking
If that makes
speaking of
but
sense.
community, speaking of community, and you being a church kid, how does
Yeah.
that community feel about you being a snake man? Are you in the
Hey.
closet about that? Like they don't know you
Oh
the
no.
snake breeder
Oh no.
at church?
Oh no. Everybody know I got snakes. Everybody know. But no, honestly, man, I could go there. I could tell you stories about that, and that is more of just like a cultural um thing. And when I say culture, I don't even mean just like black cultural or whatever. I mean just church culture, because even church has its own culture. But But when people first found out about that, it was like, what the heck? What do you mean you got snakes? And this was back when I had 20 of them, 30 of them. But the crazy part is I can't even imagine what people were saying to my moms and pops when they let their 7, 8, 9-year-old kids go buy a snake and have snakes in their house. And this is back in the early 90s, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, there's always going to be people, man, who try to take the scripture and twist it in their own way and take it completely out of context and, just speak what they heard somebody else say instead of actually reading the scripture and finding out what it really means. But yeah, that happens. It happens all the time, believe it or not. Any new church I go into, like if somebody here, they'd be like, why you doing that? But yeah, it's it's crazy. It's crazy. But once they get to know me and I'd be like, look, they're not bad, then it's all good.
I like that answer. And I think the chat liked your loyalty answer too. Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, loyalty's key, man. It'll get you a lot of places, man. And that's all that.
Loyal to the right ones, though, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my wife was talking about that the other day, man, because about her stuff. Because she's about to be my wife. She's a dean of students, but they about to make her a principal here soon. I feel like in this school district and whatever. They keep signing her up for all this principal trainings and all this stuff. But she went to a training the other day, and she was like, the first thing they told us when we walked in there was, yes, you are judged by the company you keep and the people who you are, you know what I'm saying, who you're attached with. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to be careful who you loyal to, man. They'll lead you straight down the wrong path. So it makes a lot of sense, so.
All right. Well, how does everyone get in contact with you, especially since you said you're going to start putting out some more content? Where can we find you at and all that?
Yeah, man, on YouTube, Ebony and Ivory Reptiles, Instagram on Ebony and Ivory Reptiles, Facebook, Ebony and Ivory Reptiles, or my personal one, Matt LeGrone, just search that up. But yeah, IG, DMs, whatever. My phone number is on the IG somewhere too, or somebody got it. Just find that. But yeah, man, just hit me up. I'm always down to talk, especially if you want to talk projects or whatever. I just like talking snakes, man. And so yeah, those are all the places you find me at.
Dope.
And make sure y'all check out him and Mike's Double Clutch show and also their Patreon. Subscribe to their Patreon.
Plug the podcast Patreon for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Double Clutch every other Saturday. So we'll be on this coming up Saturday. And we got some changes coming to that too. So be some announcements on that. We're trying to make it more inclusive. So it's about to be some. We'll roll it out. Hopefully this weekend it'll be rolled out. But we're about to make it inclusive for a lot more people. Because that's what we really want. The little $100 that Patreon give me every month, and then they take their percentage off. That little money don't do nothing but buy a bag of rat food. So you know what I'm saying? So, but we spend, we spend hours in the IG chat with each other or on group chats and whatever video calls. So that part we just trying to make it more fun and just get a bunch of people together, man, like-minded people.
I will say, out of all the chats that I'm in, Double Clutch chat is the least drama filled, the most chill chat that I'm in completely, and it's not even close.
Oh yeah, we don't do no drama.
If
it's not drama, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and it's gonna say Ebony and Ivory Reptiles deleted you from this chat. And you can come see. You can come find me and see me about it if you want to, but I'm gonna go ahead and remove you.
Yeah, literally the chillest chat I've ever been in.
Dope.
So,
I know it was kind of short notice, you know what I'm saying? But thanks for popping up on the show with us. We got to learn that you family, and we all family, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We didn't even get a chance to ask you about that stinking puzzle paint. How do you feel about that puzzle paint?
Oh man. look. It's a good looking animal. I'm not gonna stun on it. It's a good looking animal. I just want everybody to just know it ain't paint clown, in my opinion, and it ain't paint hypo, in
Nah,
my opinion. But it's a good looking animal. I ain't gonna hate on it.
it is a good
It's a good
looking
looking
animal.
animal. It's a good looking animal.
It's
I
not
won't
the
be in
clown.
it. No, it's not the clown at all.
It's not the clown.
It's not the clown. But it is the newest thing. So I'm curious to see over the next year and a half how many double head paint puzzles pop up on MorphMarket. That's going to be the thing to watch. How many people are going to pop into this project now that animal has been made? And because a lot of people are scared to do anything double with puzzle other than Hypo and DG after what Clown did to puzzle. So now that
Correct.
we do see, now we see that there's another pattern morph that is compatible with it. Man, the market's about to be, I promise you, it's about to be about 30,000 of them jokers on there.
Have you seen the puzzle try, bro? You got to see the puzzle try strike. Watch your mouth. You got to see the puzzle try.
That.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I got to see. Who made that?
It wasn't. Was it Zach? It wasn't Zach. It wasn't. Kyle Frost. I think it was Kyle Frost.
Okay. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I got to see that. But yeah, it's a good looking animal. It's going to be. I think the project is definitely going to have some legs under it, and I'm curious to see what Kodog is going to. And I was telling somebody the other day, those sides are already blown up. So erase Yellow Belly out of the picture because Yellow Belly and paint is going to blow them sides up. But any other genes in there though that will bring back some side pattern and bring that puzzle down more over the sides and bring some pattern over there. I think it's going to be nice to figure out who can figure that out and mess with it. So,
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you an invite to Dinkerville. Perhaps it sounds like you got some dinker, some dinkering,
Yeah, like man, send me an invite, man, because once Elias hits the super, maybe that's when what I'm saying. I need to go ahead and somebody got to let me in.
No. Look, wait till I make that paint Kazi. That's all. When I make that paint Kazi.
Hey, so yeah. I'm excited. I want to see all them jeans in paint. I really want to see that Malice in paint. I do. I want to see it. I know it's going to be crazy. So yeah, it's just matter of time before somebody knock it out.
You're gonna do it all. Window and paint, all of it eventually.
Oh yeah. No, that's going to be after I seen that. That's going to be one that I'm for sure I got to make room for in the rack. Yeah, that one for sure.
Yeah, man. But I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I hope y'all can hear me. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, man. Matt, appreciate everything, man. I appreciate you coming on here and showing love. And just getting into the conversation, man. Keeping it going, keeping it great, keeping it positive, and doing your thing, man. I'm going to definitely reach out to you. You already got the Dinkerville invite from us, so I'm going to definitely reach out to you so we can talk some more paint stuff. And we'll keep on from there, bro. All the best. Appreciate you for tapping in. Replay game, hashtag replay game. Leave a comment, leave a like. Let us know what you think about this episode, man. And let us know who else y'all would like to see on the show so we can interview and get, conversation rolling. Other than that, man, we are out. We will see y'all next week, same time, same place. Peace.